Hey Adrian, this is Jessica from Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me today and accepting your free video. So today I'm going to go over a few tips that you guys can apply right away, and it will help with your online presence and getting more of those organic leads. It is important to note that approximately 70% of your organics are going to come from your website, so it is really important that your website be properly optimized. So we are on your website, and you do have a nice website. It looks like you have separate pages for each of your services, which is exactly what you need. Um, let's see. You do have some content here. Okay. Videos are always great as our testimonials. A little bit more. I'm not really seeing any local buyer intent keyword usage. Um, and you do have service areas as well. So Google wants to see a minimum of 1,000 to 1,500 words of content or more on your homepage. And that's got to be content focused around your local buyer intent keywords. Those are going to be the keywords people are actively searching for the services in your service area. So you definitely need to dial in your content and keyword strategy. Google does not rank a website based on appearance. It's based on the content. So you definitely want to work on your content. You need to have original content focused on those buyer intent keywords for each one of your services as well as your service areas. Um, I noticed when you go to these various different service areas, you do have the pages, which are great, but they're duplicate content on all these pages, just switching out these cities. So that's actually not going to help you. And the content is also not focused around those buyer intent keywords. Because of this is all duplicate content on all your pages. Google is not actually um, doing much for indexing for you so that you can be found for these services and these communities. And because you're not using the local buyer intent keywords in those communities, you're being indexed for very few keywords. So it's going to be harder for you to be found in those communities. You need to rework those pages, have original content, and use the relevant keywords for each of these areas for each of your services. Google has robots that go and index all of these pages, pulling the original content so they can index you for those keywords and put you in front of your customers. Now, this is one of your top competitors in San Diego for water damage restoration. And as you can see, they do not have a good site. There's very minimal content on their website. Yours looks much better. To beat these guys should be super simple for you. You need to have more content. You need more content than all your competitors. But this just shows you that Google does not care about images based on content and then your SEO that supports it. So if we look here, you have fairly good rating of 31, which is based on that's 31 out of 100, and that's Google's trust flow. It's based on your referring domains and backlinks. But it's important to note that not all backlinks are created equal. Google's only giving you credit for one backlink per referring domain. Your backlinks need to be authoritative backlinks, meaning they need to be directly related to your industry. And they need to be do follows to give you the power that you need to be able to rank for those relevant keywords. Now, if we take a quick peek here, we can see out of 646 referring domains, only 12%, only 76 are actually helping your site. The rest of these are all spam. And they need to be disavowed because they're diluting your score and hurting your rankings. Um, you've only been indexed for 105 keywords, and on average, you're getting about 50 people on your website per month. Looking at your keywords, you are on the first page for multiple words. Mostly it's branding, and it's important for your brand, but these are not buyer intent keywords. You also do have national keywords, and you could get traffic from them, but most of the time that's going to be traffic from other areas, and when you don't service that area, they're going to bounce. So you really want to focus on local buyer intent keywords. And most of those local buyer intent keywords are on second, third, fourth pages of Google. So definitely got to work on your content and keyword strategy. Looking at your competitor, they had a terrible website. They have a terrible trust score from Google. Um, they only have 200 backlinks with 57 referring domains, but 65% of those are do follows, so 37 of those. And they're using those backlinks appropriately with their keywords, so they're actually ranking higher um, in those relative keywords than you guys are, and so they're actually getting more traffic. But there's a ton of traffic that you guys are missing out on. So it is important to work on those keywords and keyword strategies. As we were looking at your keywords, you can see there's a ton of volume here. 150 for flood damage in Vista, 250 for reconstruction services. And so there's just a ton of volume that you should be capturing. Emergency cleanup, 200. Water extraction, 90. Water damage, Temecula, 150. So you're only getting a fraction of what's available to you. And this is just for the volume in the areas that you're being indexed for, not including the other service areas that Google hasn't indexed. Looking at your backlinks, a backlink is when one website links to your website and drives traffic to your website. Google likes this because it's like a popularity contest. The more relevant these websites are, the more authority and power it's going to give you. But as you can see, majority of your backlinks are all spam. What does vanilla cake and chocolate ganache frosting have to do with flood damage San Diego? Maximum shooting power. These are all spam. All these backlinks that we're seeing on the first several pages are nothing but spam. So you need to have those disavowed because they're actually hurting you in ranking. And the next thing is your Google My Business. So your goal should be to be in the top 3 of this section because 30% of people go straight to the maps and don't go anywhere else. So if you're not in the top 3 for each of your service areas and your relevant keywords, you're sending all that traffic to your competitors. Now, in order to be in the top 3, there's several factors, but the most important are citations, which are going to be the name of your business, address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of places like Yelp, Facebook, Yellow Pages, Instagram, etc. So you're going to need a lot more of those and better quality than your top competitor. And when you follow all of these tips I've provided you today, your website can be #1 across Google for all of your relative keywords and service area keywords when used correctly. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and that you can start applying those tips and capturing more of that organic traffic. If you have any questions or need any help, go ahead and give us a call at the number on the screen and we can chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.